So that is why I am such an advocate for everybody having their own money, everybody having a way to support themselves. Because I can tell you, like, I know hearing this story, people are going to be like, how did you not see that coming? And I didn't. I did not. I did not see it coming at all. And obviously, I didn't prepare for that. And again, that's not because I was 20 couple. I know people that are in their 40s and 50s and get blindsided by different situations. And they're like, I was not prepared for that. And people, it's just one of those things. And it taught me a lot of lessons, and I became stronger and more resilient. And I literally had I had like debt before that. But like I had like a small car loan and a couple of student loans, like very small, but I never even owned a credit card before that situation transpired. And I am 100% responsible for the fact that I racked up credit card debt, and the fact that I didn't save money, and the fact that I didn't see the red flags. But nothing prepares you for that kind of pain. Imagine you think you met your Prince Charming and you're together for almost 3 years, and you knew each other years before that, and to find out that he was unfaithful to you basically from the beginning. Like, it's just not it's not something that you're ever going to be prepared for at all. And I still deal with the trauma from that. When I met my current significant other, he had a job that was on the road. And basically he'd be gone for, a certain amount of time, and then he'd come home. And I actually almost did not become romantically involved with my current significant other because of the situation with the man that I was mentioning, because I was like, well, if I'm going to have somebody cheat on me while they're living with me and while I see them every day, like, he's on the road. He could do whatever he wants. But luckily, I've had years of therapy and years of working on stuff. And if somebody's going to cheat on you, they're going to cheat on you. And I was a good partner. I was helping him with his addiction and helping see it through that. And his parents were very toxic. And I put up with a lot. And there was just a lot of nonsense, and I put up with it because I loved him, and I believed in him, and I believed in what we were trying to build together. And I am not saying by any means that I was perfect. I'm not a perfect wife at all, but I am a good wife, and I take really good care of who I'm with, and I love them with all of my being, and that's the truth. So if you have been cheated on, or if you are cheated on in the future, that's a them issue. They have issues deep inside of them that they need to work on. I am not to blame for his choices, and that took a long time to be able to say. And even just a few years ago, telling this story, I would be bawling just because it's so, it's hard to talk about. It really is. But this is my truth. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is my truth. This is what happened to me. And I am happy to say that he, is working on his addiction. Last that I heard, him and I are not speaking, but he's in recovery, and all that kind of stuff, and just trying to get his life on track. And so I forgave him a long time ago. And you have to remember, forgiveness is not for the other person, it's for you. Because if you sit there and hold on to resentments and pain, and, ooh, they did me wrong, and you're vengeful, and you're just so bitter about a situation, like, that person moves on with their life. Do you know what I mean? Like, You're the one who can't have a productive relationship because you're holding on to that, and all men are going to do what they did. Or, if you are a man and a woman did you dirty, not all women are going to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, it was that particular person. And I worked really hard on seeing red flags early. I'm still not the best at it. Not with my current significant other, but I dated. Do you know what I mean? In between husbands, I did date, and and there's just a lot of messed up people out there. I'm going to say that. There just is. Especially when you're kind-hearted. I know I can come off kind of hard sometimes, but it's because of what I've seen. I know people that are in their 60s and 70s who haven't seen a fraction of the messed up stuff that I've seen, and that I've had people say to me, and I've had people do to me, that supposedly were in love with me. Do you know what I mean? And so I just don't put up with BS. I don't. And that's because of what I've seen. So that's basically my story of how I got left for a work wife. And just kind of like an update on that, if anybody wants to know. They are not together. They never really worked out, because as soon as I was not in the picture, he was cheating on her with people. We live in a very small community, so you hear things. And so it didn't work out between them because it wasn't a me issue. Do you know what I mean? Then they're the ones that have to co-parent that child, and that's a them issue as well. So there's a lot of trauma with that, and I'm still working on that, but that's that story. And I hope that helps somebody, and I hope that my vulnerability lets you know that things happen, and it's not your fault that bad things happen. It's not your fault that people do you wrong. And I am so much better and stronger on the other side. And I wouldn't be who I was if those things didn't happen. Of course, I wish that I had gotten out before I ever knew any of that, but you can never unlearn that. Do you know what I mean? And I'm lucky that I have a significant other that if those feelings come up, he listens to me and he validates my feelings and is supportive and is understanding and patient with the things that I have to process. So, okay guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I truly hope that none of you have ever been in a situation like that, and none of you ever are. But if you are or have been, I am truly sorry. That's the thing I wish more people would have said, is I am truly sorry that happened to you. So I am truly sorry if that happened to you guys or anything similar. And I guess I'll see you guys for the next video. Back to frugal living. Okay guys, so thank you so much for watching. Please consider subscribing. Until next time guys, bye.